distillation, expression, extraction, overuse, sustainability. There's a lot to consider when purchasing and using essential oils. You just learned about steam distillation and expression, and I also want to briefly tell you about a couple other methods of essential oil extraction. When purchasing an essential oil, the method of extraction should be listed on the label. Why does this matter? Different extraction methods may result in different chemical makeup of the essential oil, some more desirable than others. You may see an oil listed as an absolute, such as rose or jasmine absolute. This indicates that a solvent, usually hexane, was used to extract the oil. No heat is used with this method as it is with steam distillation, so the resulting oil will have a little different chemical makeup and typically leaves a very, very minute amount of solvent residue in the oil. For some plants, this method is the only way to obtain an oil from delicate plants such as jasmine. Another method of obtaining essential oils that's becoming more common is CO2 extraction. This is a process in which carbon dioxide is pumped through the plant material at a specific temperature and pressure, causing it to act like a solvent. The resulting oil doesn't contain any residual solvent as an absolute does. The aroma from this method is often more intense and sometimes preferable to some. As with the absolute, CO2 extraction also causes the resulting essential oil to have a different chemical makeup than with steam distillation. So be sure you know what you're actually purchasing. There are advantages and disadvantages to the various extraction methods, so it may be something you want to learn about more on your own. The bottom line is that it's always important to know the essential oils you are purchasing have the chemical constituents desired for the expected therapeutic response you desire. For the purposes of this class, we'll be referring to steam distilled or cold expressed essential oils. Now that you've learned about the process it takes to obtain essential oils, would you be surprised to learn that they are very concentrated substances? They are actually 75 to 100% more concentrated than the plant itself. Why is this important? Well, when you think about something concentrated, we typically use a small amount, right? Well, I like to use the example of an herbal tea. Maybe you've used chamomile tea to help you sleep at night. Would you use 100 tea bags? Of course not. Now, knowing that essential oils are very concentrated, this should give you a clue that a very small amount are needed when using them. Those of you who use essential oils already know that they're sold most often in small bottles, such as 5 mils or 1 teaspoon, and they have a dropper top known as an orifice. This keeps us from pouring out too much at one time, and it's also a great safety measure, especially for children who might try to drink from a bottle. We'll talk more about safety in another lesson. So now let's go back to concentration. Consumers following recommendations of various websites or an essential oil salesperson may be unintentionally overusing these precious concentrated oils. One example I frequently see is instructions to massage 6 to 10 undiluted drops of essential oil into your skin, when in fact the same number of essential oil drops should be diluted in at least an ounce of a lotion or carrier oil. Here are a few other recommendations you should be wary of. Apply directly to baby skin. Use several drops in your water every morning. Try as a massage. Place a couple drops under your tongue. Place 10 drops in a capsule and take every 2 to 3 hours. You'll learn much more in upcoming lessons how to dilute essential oils and to be confident in teaching others how to use them safely as well. Another aspect of overusing essential oils is the impact on the essential oil plant or environment. Both rose and lavender are obtained through steam distillation. You learned in a previous lesson that it takes 1 ton of rose petals to get 1 pound of essential oil. How many pounds of lavender plant do you think it takes to yield 1 pound of lavender essential oil? Can you believe it takes approximately 150 pounds of lavender, Lavandula angustifolia, to get 1 pound of essential oil? This is obviously much less plant material than it takes to produce rose essential oil. However, it's still a lot of plants. Considering the amount of plant material it takes to produce essential oils, should this give us pause on how we use essential oils? You may have raised some concern about sustainability in farming practices, or given considerations to how the quality of plants used to produce essential oil affects the quality of the resulting product. It's important to source your oils from producers that strive to minimize their environmental impact and use farming practices that avoid introducing chemical contaminants into the plants. Let's hear from Dr. Linda Helcone discussing this issue about frankincense.